This is the next part of turning $1,000 to $100,000 flipping cars, and we finally got our next car. We purchased it through the auction for a really cheap price. We're going to be showing you exactly what we purchased, and it definitely does need a lot of work detailing wise to get it ready for sale. And I'm also going to be showing you exactly how much we sold it for at the end of the video. Stick with me, let's get to it. What's up, my name is Jamal from Flipping University. In this channel I help people that might not have too much mechanical experience go from amateur to expert flipping cars so they can build a life of freedom. As I mentioned, with this car, it's through the auction. We did actually get another car as well to continue the series 2 because we have enough money for it. We have about $7,200 altogether in the series, but we are going to get to that in the end of the video because we don't fully have that one yet. Now we're just going to focus on this one that we got from ACV Auctions. Let me show you exactly why I purchased it as well. Alright, so this is the car right here. It's a 2010 Kia Forte Coupe, and I purchased it for $1,100. With buyer fees, it did come to $1,200, but it's a 2010, and it's not like it's some busted up looking car. It's a pretty decent looking car. When it comes to problems, I mean, ACV is really descriptive when it comes to their listing. So if there was any problems that the car did have, they'd basically just put it right there. If there was any engine codes or anything like that, even things like if there was clear codes in the system, they'd put it there as well. But there was literally nothing. The only thing was just there was some surface rust on the undercarriage, but besides that, it was all good. It does have a decent amount of miles on it. It's 175,000 miles, which is a pretty good amount, but I wouldn't say it's so much to where someone would stop buying the car. If it was like a Beam or something, maybe, but for a car like this, people would still buy it, especially with it being a pretty decent looking car. Now, this is how it's looking in person. It would be pretty funny, right, if we got it in person and the thing looked like complete junk. I'd be so tired, but no, it actually looks really good. I'm sure the wheels didn't come like that. I know they really didn't. The person beforehand probably painted them like that. They do have a little curb rash on there as well, but it wouldn't be that worth fixing all that. But hey, for $1,200, I am definitely impressed. This is the interior of the car. To be honest, I'm kind of annoyed because when I first got the car, I wasn't even thinking this was going to be along with the Flip series. So I actually did some of the cleaning already, not a crazy amount. There was a lot more dirt and everything on the rugs. Like, this was all just completely filthy. There was dirt everywhere. There is still a lot of grime and everything, as you could see there, and a lot of just dust, straight up dust and everything on just about everywhere in the car. So definitely gonna have to be detailed well. ACV did not lie to me either. There really is no dash lights on. There's no codes in the system. I already scanned it up. Everything's all good. But if you can see that, it definitely needs a car wash. The whole body just looks filthy. You know, there's just dirt and grime everywhere on the exterior and in the interior, and no one's gonna want to buy the car with it looking as dusty as it is. It's definitely gonna reduce the price a lot if I keep it exactly how it is, especially with the interior. Nobody wants to touch that down there, which we will see if we are going to actually be getting that later on, if we actually can get around $1,000. But regardless, if we can get around that and it's really just a detailing job that we're getting, why not, right? So this will be a relatively easy flip. It's mainly going to be a detailing job, but realistically around this price range, that's really around what you should be trying to do. Let's say if you're spending under $1,500, especially if you're getting it from the auction, you shouldn't be trying to do a crazy amount of work, especially if you're only getting around $1,000 profit for it. But all right, enough talking, let's get over to the car wash. Okay, so we're here at the car wash, and before I go through, I just want to mention really quick, a lot of people that already watch this channel know this, but if you are someone that doesn't have your own driveway and you're just working out of the street, I would highly suggest just going to an unlimited car wash and seeing if you could work out something with the people that work there where you could just take all your cars that you're flipping through that car wash. It would especially be good if it's like the winter time, like around me. And really, I wouldn't even want to be washing the cars like that if it's like a really cold day and everything. So this could work out perfect for you as well. Alright, so we just got back from the car wash, and would you look at that? That thing is shining, shining, shining. I don't know if you could see, but you could even see like the little specks in the paint. I like that. You might also see the little scratches in the paint, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to worry about though is this interior. It's still looking as filthy as it was before. And yes, I am going to be skipping the part of vacuuming. Usually that would be before I start actually deep cleaning anything, but again, I already vacuumed the stuff before. All the stuff that was like the big pieces are already out of here, so now I'm gonna get to really getting into the deep cleaning. So you probably couldn't see all of it before, but if I zoom in a little bit more, there's dust literally everywhere, there's grime everywhere. So the first thing that we really have to do is just use a good interior cleaner to wipe it all up. And I generally always do this, but really regardless of the price range, you shouldn't just be going over it first with the microfiber towel. It's not really going to get deep into the places like this and just into the cracks, and especially that center console area. It's not really going to be able to get deep into those areas like that. So instead we're using a brush with it and then following it up with a microfiber towel after. And this is the product we're going to be using. I like P&S products a really good amount. Not only do they come in a really big bundle so I can stretch and last a good while, but on top of that, it's a really good product. Like, I'd say it matches up to probably be even better from what I've seen than general like Meguiar's products and stuff like that. This is like professional grade stuff. So I have everything in this spray bottle here. We're just going to be spraying everything on first, making sure it's to avoid the electronics again. We don't want to damage anything while we're cleaning the car down. And then brush it all in after. And what I like about this product also is it does have a nice scrub to it. Actually, it has two things. It has a nice scrub to it where everything kind of foams up like this. And it does have a good smell too. And I will say this car, it actually stinks. So there's going to be a couple of things that we're going to do along the video to kind of fix that, but this is one of the core things. If you can kind of get some of the smell away while you're cleaning it, while you're doing a deep clean, that really helps in the long term as well. And now comes the easy part where you just have to go over it with a microfiber towel, and this is just going to wipe everything up. And if there is some dust remaining as well, this is where you really get it up. Of course, if you're just using a brush, it's not really going to get the dust up, but the microfiber towel is really good at just attracting the dust and getting all the remains out of there. And this is what it's looking like after everything. So I'm not going to say everything's perfect. The seats still need to be cleaned, of course, but it's not nearly as much dirt and grime just sitting around everywhere. I cleaned everything out under there in the center console. Everything is just looking a lot better. And for the seats, we're not going to go too crazy. It doesn't need a crazy amount really. We're going to be using another P&S product right here. It's the P&S Carpet Bomber, but in this pump spray just to make things a lot easier to apply. And then we're going to use this drill with the brush attachment on it to brush it down. And I gotta say, if you guys are flipping cars and you don't have a drill, what are you waiting for? You gotta get yourself a drill. There's so many uses to these things, but let's get it down. And then of course after that you have to use a microfiber towel again to actually suck up that remaining dirt that's still in the seats. Of course, we're not just going to stop there. We're also going to be doing the carpets and the other seats as well. So we're also going to be spraying those down. And this is what it's looking like now. I'm going to post up some before and after pics so you guys can remember how hideous it was before. But things are looking so much better. No one's going to be too afraid to just jump into this car now. Now we're good to just go up the block and take some nice pictures. All right, so here we are just at a parking lot around me just to take some pictures. I would say generally speaking, you shouldn't just be taking pictures in front of where your house is, unless you have some beautiful scenery in front of your house and you're sitting in some nice mansion or something. That's cool, but if not, just go to somewhere around you that's just a little bit more of an open area to give it a better, more professional feel. And I'm gonna be posting it up primarily on Facebook. I'll show you guys what my ad looks like, but I'll be posting it up around 25 or 2600, and I'll be alright to go down a little bit lower from that, but not too much, and try to get a pretty quick sale from it. Alright, I know you guys can probably barely see me because it's the middle of winter right now in New York. So I mean, it's only 5 o'clock, but it's already pretty late, just how it goes. But I'm going to meet up with the first person to go check out the car now. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna be meeting up at a gas station. That's usually what I do. I don't like to give people my address. People can be weird, even if it's a good car, just selling them. Months later, they could be complaining and stuff. So let's see how it goes. I mean, honestly, do you like it in general, or?
I like the car, but it don't ride too like I thought it would.
I got you. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it doesn't need any work. I mean, it has some miles on it, so.
No, I get that, but I don't want to put too much work in because all I'm doing is trying to beat up the car. I'm just trying to run around.
Yeah. I mean, it's a commuter car. Honestly, I mean, it's still good on gas. That's the big part of it, really. It doesn't take premium or anything either. It takes regular.
I'd rather have
It's up to you, though. I mean, I could go a little lower than 23 if you're serious. But again, it's up to you. I mean, if you don't, if it's not something in the middle, it could be, I don't know, 2150 if you like it. Yeah. Hey, let's go. So we just sold it. So you probably heard already, but we ended off at around 2150, and then I ended up dropping. It wasn't too far from where I was. I just dropped it down the road to where he was for extra 50 bucks. So it came to about $2,200 in total that we sold it for, making us have a quick $1,000 profit for literally just a detailing job. Now, two other quick things as well. First of all, again, this wasn't the only thing obviously that I was pushing for with the flip series. There's other money that we had invested as well, and it was really waiting for this other car that I got through private sale, because listening to you guys in the comments, you wanted me to get the next car through private sale as well. So I did. It was a van. I left a down payment for it, but it was a lien release that I was waiting for with paperwork, and it finally came in actually right the same day that I'm recording this video. So the next part of the series, that's going to be the car we're going to be really focusing on. As the next thing, if you are someone that's also flipping cars, whether you're someone that's going to private sale or dealers and you're experienced or not, you might be wondering, like, all right, how do I know which cars to get and not to get, and how do I cut down the risks in terms of not having me possibly lose money on the car? Well, to help you out, I put together a 13-step checklist, just putting together my specific method, going over the specific points that you really need to check out when you're going to check out a car and you're actually looking to make profit off of it. If you want access to that, just go to the description below. But that's everything, guys. Make sure you subscribe to see the next part of the series, and until next time, peace.